There we go. Alright, hey YouTube, I'm back again with yet another video. Hang on, camera. Okay, looks like that's about as focused as she's gonna get right now. But I remember, if you remember some of my other videos, I mentioned a new project I was working on. I called it Project Lightweight. That was just the name I kind of came up with on the spot for a EDC design, because I usually rock a Rush 24, sorry, couldn't think of the name for a minute, as my main bag, and I love it because I can carry everything I need and then some, enough to take care of all the people I care about and that I interact with on a daily basis. But I wanted something a little lighter that I could use for, a different set of circumstances, specific purposes, or that I could just leave in the car and always have some basic things with me, and kind of like a little hiking backpack for just a trail hike, whatever, and whatever adventures my friends decided they want to get into that day. So, one second, there we go. So I apparently turned off autofocus on my camera. There we go. Now we can actually see what we're talking about. So this is the bag. It's a, see if I can see the name, because I don't really know the brand. It's Tactical, I can't read that bottom part right now. I'm reading through the camera, so it's really not coming out for some reason for me. But anyways, I got this from Academy Sports. They just opened one up in my town. I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina, so, whatever. But this is the knife for it. Got to clean it up a little. It's a custom Damascus Tanto, and you can see obviously got carbon in it because I got rust. I gotta clean it up, oil it up. But I love this little blade. I used to, sorry, say little, my hands are an extra large glove, and you can see how that fits in there, so it kind of gives you an idea of that. And for even more size reference, here's a GI canteen cup in my hand, so get a little bit of an idea of the size of my hand. But I love this knife. I used to EDC it, and I started bending out the pocket clip because the way it sits in the pocket, it's just kind of like that, and I would catch it. I need to stop saying I was catching it on car doors, seat belts, all kinds of randomness. So I had to stop carrying it or break it all together. And you can see some rubbing on this titanium. One second, let me get my focus here. There you go. So you can see the rubbing on the titanium a little bit. But I do love this. That's why I put it in this kit. The other reason I put it in this kit is because I have both. This was a gift that I was given, and I have. Sorry, my charging cord for my phone is in the way. And I have another one that I was given as a gift, another Damascus blade that's a Baron Sons fixed blade. Beautiful knife. That was going to go in here too, but for space it's not going to be in here any longer. So that will be my only blade in this pack. Now, that being said, I carry all kinds of knives on me at all times. Little baggie. I love having little baggies around. Never know what you need that for. This is just kind of a random catch-all pocket right now. I'm trying to get it more organized, but I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet as far as this particular pocket goes, so I don't know how to better organize it. I got some sanitizer. I always have that. Spare battery. I'm running this little small, kind of trying to stay with the theme of lightweight. I got a big old knife, but trying to stick with the theme of lightweight. Sorry. I have this little baby, and I picked this up on Amazon for like $10 shipped out the door. It's a Brunton. Let me say that right. Brunton. Little keychain light. It does come with a pocket clip. The pocket clip pops off relatively easy, but I do love it. I carried it for a couple of days, just see if I liked it and how it worked, and it proved itself well enough for me to trust it as the only flashlight in this backpack. Carry a little Kershaw spork, I guess you'd call it, eating tool, whatever. Got a bottle opener, a fork, and a bowl or a spoon. It used to have a wire gate right here for a carabiner, but that broke off, so I got rid of it. Little thumb drive. I love having thumb drives around because you live in a digital age. You never know if you're going to need one. A little key for the lock, which is right here. I love keeping locks. Like, this isn't the biggest lock, but for a small locker or whatever, like, my church has little lockers for the volunteers. So if I were to take this there, I could just throw this little lock on there and keep people out if I needed to, for whatever reason, because I do work full-time at my church in the janitorial department, so I keep things like that around. That's kind of how my mind works. Always thinking ahead and trying to stay 2-3 steps ahead of everybody. Charger for all of my devices, pretty much. My tablet here, my Surface, it runs. Let me pull this real quick and show you. That's literally just an Android charger. So it charges off an Android. My phone charges off of one of these. My vape charges off one of these. Everything I use charges off one of those. So I keep one of those around me at all times. I actually carry 2 of them with me on a day-to-day in my main EDC bag. Which I'll tell you the story about that later when I do that video. But I carry a couple other chargers that are worth mentioning too in that particular bag. So we'll do that in that video. I picked this up. I believe this one's the Condor. Yes, it's the Condor with the removable patch. But this is my med kit for it. I'm trying to stay again with the theme of lightweight. Threw this on there so people can index it a little bit easier. It does have these pouches, or these attachment points, so if I wanted to, I could slap it on the front. I probably will never do that, but I like having options. I got this energy, strength, innovation, whatever. Just something in there, something to drink on. I have worked out a lot in my past, lifted weights a lot with my brother and my dad, so protein and workout stuff like that. We have random stuff like that laying around the house. That was just an old one, so I took it. This is a rain jacket, because again, this is going to be in my car pretty much all the time as a backup if I ever were to need it. I might need a rain jacket, or it's also, again, for a hiking bag, which is why it's going to be in my vehicle. I tend to be the one that drives me and my friends everywhere when I have a vehicle, so I keep this with me. So if we go on a hike, I have a rain poncho. I don't mind getting wet, but I like to take care of my friends, and I do have little girls I've adopted as little sisters, so I keep stuff around to help them out, take care of them too. Food, just some small peanuts, 2 of them. Random bar here that got destroyed because it was in my other bag. Protein bar. Good food, light food is what that is. You can see right here, it's kind of an admin pouch setup. Sorry, again, I'm fighting with the bag. Keep a pen that has the just a little bit of nostalgia. I can be very nostalgic and very sentimental at times. And flip this around, see if I can get this to focus real quick. One second. Nope, almost had it. There we go. Okay. The experience. That is the college internship I went through. So I keep that around. It just kind of remind me of that. I literally just graduated from that a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, sorry. About 3 or 4. Got a Sharpie, 2 pencils. I am a firm believer in both Sharpies and pencils. Sharpies tend to never die, and pencils will write on pretty much anything. If you do it right. You can write on skin, you can write on bark, all that kind of stuff with either one of those instruments. I love it. This was a stocking stuffer from my parents one year, and I love it. I haven't really used it, but it's just a little screwdriver set. So that's the tools for this bag. Again, just trying to keep things lightweight, but keep some useful things on hand. Hang on, I might have to set y'all down for a second. Nope, got it. So this used to be my EDC notebook. If you look back a couple of my videos, you'll have seen this exact notebook. But yeah, I just got some random things in there, and I thought it was full, so I retired it, and I found it again. I was going through it, and I have some usable pages left, so I threw it in here, because it's a Write in the Rain notepad. It's waterproof. So pretty much I don't have to think about it, which I like. I like gear that doesn't need me to baby it. If I have to baby my gear, it's not the gear for me. That is my philosophy on pretty much all of my gear. And then this just has a hydration bladder, and I didn't realize this is where this went. My precious D2 tool steel. Yeah, the sheath is pretty crappy, but not everybody's a custom kydex maker. So this little baby, 1/4 inch thick of D2 tool steel Tanto blade. Yeah, she's rough, but I love her because this one was made by me. My 2 hands made this baby. And she needs some TLC again, but this thing is a beast. Unsharpened, it will chop and split. Like, the no edge whatsoever. It's a 1/4 inch of steel. You can get back up here in this kind of a grip. And you see how I got that choil opened up. I can chop pretty easily with it. Not too heavy chopping, because it's pretty short. Okay. See, there's, and we're out of focus again. Tip to stern, this thing's not the biggest in length blade, but it's 1.5 inches this way, and it's 1/4 inch of steel. So that's why it splits like nobody's business, because with this particular grind setup that I've done, just roughed out, I need to get a belt sander and clean it up, but with this particular thing, it literally works like a wedge and tends to literally blow apart chunks of wood. So I thought that was my only knife, I stated earlier. I misspoke, I have two. But then the other thing in this back compartment is just the hydration bladder, which I love having the hydration bladder. This is my first pack with one. I've had packs, capable of holding them, but never one that had it in it. So I do love having that around. It's a nice feature, but yeah. So this is my little lightweight hiking bag for, spontaneous hikes or wanderings around of downtown or adventuring. So yeah, let me know what you think of what you do for a system like this, and just talk to me in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. All right, thanks. Bye.